So I am super excited because we have got a haul today and we are gonna do some new organizational things. And this thing right here, here's the deal. I've got an idea with this and I'm not sure if it's gonna work or not. So it's gonna be a little bit of an experiment in this video and take you along. And we're gonna see if I can't get this to work the way I think it's going to work. First thing, super excited about these. Now, these are like multi-purpose hooks, but here is the problem / solution that we are going for today. Now, there's been an interesting phenomenon that has happened with the kids for some reason. They cannot remember whose toothbrush is whose in the bathroom. And the way that we've been doing it with the IKEA bins, and they put their toothbrushes in the IKEA bin for whatever reason, they can't remember whose was whose. So we're going to fix that today. So I've got these little things that I ordered off of Amazon, and these can be used for toothbrushes. They just mount to the wall. They're adhesive. You could also use these for like makeup brushes. You could use this if you had like small tools or anything like that. Really multi-purpose use, but we're gonna solve a problem and we're gonna organize a little bit, but also then we know that Dakota can put his toothbrush in the green. Trinity can put her toothbrush in the pink, and we're not gonna have any more of like, I don't know which toothbrush is mine and I need a new one thing. Okay, so the next thing that I ordered in are these toilet bowl night lights. Now here's the deal that we have found in our RV. Because our bathroom is in super close vicinity to the master bedroom, every time one of the kids gets up in the middle of the night to use the bathroom and they flip on the bathroom light, it is shining into the master bedroom and it's just like a pain in the butt. Like, here's the deal. When you're in an RV, with your family especially, I mean, there's 4 of us in this space. When there is somebody that turns on a light anywhere in this RV, well, everybody knows that that light just came on. So this is going to hopefully solve that problem. This is a motion activated little light that you stick right into your toilet bowl. Now here's the deal. I did get these on Amazon. It's like a 2-pack for $10, but you can also find them at places like Five Below and probably maybe check Dollar Tree. I don't know. Haven't checked there in a while. I know I've seen them at Five Below. Next on the list is going to be this little jobby. We are going to go install this into the closet in just a minute. And then I am super excited about these. So we'll tell you about these in just a few minutes. And I still have my little experiment here. So that'll be coming up. But first, let's go take this back in the closet. So this actually turned out really, really well. So you can bring it out like this and actually extend this out. So if we wanted to hang, say, a towel to dry, or if I just wanted to put like multiple hats on here or something like that, I could. But the best thing is that I like about this is that it then collapses and folds up out of the way, but I can still use this hook for things. So if I wanted to say, this is Ben's huge fanny pack that we picked up in Cedar Point.
Are you challenging my manliness?
Yes, it's a manly pack.
Hang up things like that. You could string a whole bunch of backpacks on there. Or there's just so many uses for this type of application. I feel like especially just in an RV or just in like a small space situation. Tiny coat closet. You know how many houses have like really tiny coat closets? I am really liking this. And that actually brings me to another point, and that is just making use of your vertical space. We talk about this all the time. But right here, I actually have 2 other things that we have done. So this actually is designed to be a hat holder. So this, you can actually stack several hats on top of, because this comes straight up like this. So we've got that, but then also command hooks. Definitely one of those things that you will use in an RV. We've got one here. I mean, they're pretty much like everywhere in the RV. Like, that's what I love. All of these hacks work for RV, but they work for home too. So definitely a way to organize some of that space. Let's move on to this pile. This is gonna go somewhere in just a few minutes. This is the one thing that I really hope works the way I want to, but we're gonna try that in a few. All right, I am excited for these, and they're gonna go with this. I'm gonna tell you about this here in just a minute. If you have watched this channel for any length of time, you have probably heard me talking about something called nano tape. Now, nano tape is like a double-sided adhesive tape that we have used to hang so many things in the RV, on the walls, just using it to mount different things to just really like save space, but also to preserve those walls, right? So the one thing with Nano tape is that I've always had a hard time cutting it because it comes in a roll and strips, and then I've just had a hard time cutting it. Not anymore. The dots are much better than this. This works, but I like the dots. We're going to take these and this, and I have a cool organizational DIY. Let's go. So what we have here, these are like those file folders that if you ever worked in an office, you probably saw these somewhere. And typically what you would do is you would mount these like with screws, but this is where we're not going to use screws because we are going to use our Nano Dots. What I'm gonna do with this is I'm gonna actually mount one of these in this area because we keep like our printer back up here. So it is nice to have like paper or things like that. But here's another alternative use for these like in an RV. So if you wanted to put these like say in a closet, you could store things like shoes, flip-flops, purses, bags, all sorts of miscellaneous stuff. In fact, we'll see. I don't know. I'm using a lot of my wall space right now. See if we can fit one in. But for sure, we're gonna stick one up here. So let's do that. I just realized too, because this is right above my washer dryer, I could actually just put my laundry sheets in here too. So many uses for that. Now I really am like, where else can I put some of these in the RV? So one of the things that I wanted to show you guys while I was back here are these sconce lights. So I actually have purchased multiples of these around the RV, but these are like rechargeable. So they're USB rechargeable, so you don't have to worry about batteries. They've got several different modes. You can do like a white light, a yellow light, but they're magnetic and they like swivel. So for spots like this, where there's not a lot of lighting, it's like the perfect thing. And then I have like another one that I have right over here because when I'm like putting on my makeup with this mirror, like the lighting here was just so bad. But having this here like helps me to be able to see in the mirror. So lots of places that we've put these. Highly, highly recommend this. But here's the kicker. It also works for home too. So if you have something like a pantry or linen closet where you just don't have good lighting, that's an amazing solution, wire-free, can't beat it. So another way to just make use of small space that also can work for home too if you have a smaller living situation is the use of basically using furniture in a multifunctional way. So one of the ways that we actually are using our table, even though yes, this is a table, is we actually have a net underneath this for things like computer chargers or anything else that we just want to store away underneath. And it's a great way to make use of that space by using a net. Now, speaking of net, another great way to use a net. Now, I actually got these at IKEA, these little like produce bags, but instead of just bringing your fruit home with this, you can actually use this to hang it as well. So I like to do this just to get things up and out of the way in the RV. And since this net's a little bit bigger, I'll just use the holes in the net instead of actually using the handles. But it gets our produce up and off of the counter, so it's a great way to store it away, but give me more counter space. So upgrading your mattress in an RV is essential for sleep quality. We realized fairly quickly that the standard mattresses included with the majority of RVs were far from comfortable, so we looked for an upgrade pretty darn quick. We opted for the Aurora Luxe Hybrid mattress from rvmattress.com, which is the sponsor of this video. Now, this upgrade has dramatically improved our rest and sleep quality, and we chose the Dream Foam Essential mattresses from RV Mattress as well for our kids' beds, which they absolutely are loving. Now, rvmattress.com offers a broad selection of mattress sizes and dimensions to accommodate nearly any RV bedding requirement. And their mattresses are conveniently packaged in compact, rolled boxes, making installation in an RV a breeze, especially fitting through some of those narrow RV doors or hallways. All mattresses are shipped very quickly and for free from their factory in Arizona. Another benefit of choosing rvmattress.com is its affiliation with Brooklyn Bedding, their parent company, which provides an extensive range of bedding options for both home and RV use. And they offer a generous 10-year warranty on their mattresses and a 120-night sleep trial to ensure you are satisfied with your purchase. Plus, you can enjoy a 25% off discount by using our link in the video description, or just visit rvmattress.com/grateful. And a heartfelt thank you to RV Mattress for sponsoring this video and their continued support of our channel. Another thing that works for RVs and home is to just think collapsible, anything and everything that can collapse. So in here we have got, these are just collapsible bowls. The other thing here is it's kind of collapsible, sort of. It's a roll up dish drying rack. This just sets over the sink, but then also rolls away when it's not in use. Anything that can kind of collapse down or roll away is your friend. Got so many more collapsible items, but it helps to save space. When you're in an RV, that's obviously hugely important, but works for home as well. The next thing that I absolutely love, now this holds true whether it's for an RV or for home, are any of these over-the-door organizers. So this particular one came from a store called Bell's, which was in Florida. There's also ones that you can get from the Dollar Tree. So we're utilizing one from the Dollar Tree right now in the house at the Hideaway. There's a great one from IKEA that I love that we're also utilizing at the Hideaway. There's lots of options, but anything that goes over the door makes a really good use of space. One thing that we have back here that I absolutely love are these hangers for tank tops. So I got these on Amazon, but this has actually dramatically made a difference in the closet space, because you might remember that I lost a bunch of our closet storage when we did all of our solar install stuff. Yeah, this space here pretty much is unusable because of what's going on here. So this space, I have to make sure that I am using this to the max. This particular hanger system, you could use this for anything that is just kind of strappy. So I'm using it for tank tops. You could use it for sports bras, swimsuits, anything that just has those thin straps. So I actually have 2 of these in here to be able to hang all of the tank tops on. And I mean, obviously you can see these each hold 8. So I can fit 16 tank tops.
Yeah! Woo, woo, woo! Really nice work, guys. Todd, excellent work.
In this small space versus you can see how long it would take to put 16 hangers in. Plus, this works for a home closet too. This is the thing that I was not sure if this was going to work or not. So these are actually shoe storage. So you put your shoes in here. And here is my big question, because these actually come with adhesive things. So you could use adhesive to stick these to wherever you want to stick them. So on a closet wall or whatever. But here's my idea. What I want to do is I want to put them right by our door where you first walk in. But because there's vinyl there, that's where I feel things start to get a little questionable. It did come with some screws too. So let's see what we can make work here. We've got these holes here because we removed this. Now, there is a long story to this. So I'll tell you about what this was for a little bit later. For now, we've got these shoe things. So 2 of them down here further like this. And then we've got a spot to put shoes as you come in and out of the RV. I don't mind our shoe bin, but the thing is especially my flip-flops, I feel I'm always getting dust and dirt on my flip-flops from the other shoes in the shoe bin.
The shoes are going to cover them up for now.
As long as there's shoes in it.
That's not covered.
A giant bumper sticker.
No, Bucky's bumper sticker.
Oh, what if we could find a big, huge, giant Ron John or Bucky's bumper sticker? I don't know. Maybe coming in a future video? Let us know in the comments what we should do about this. To cover it, hide it, when there's not shoes in there. Because when there's not shoes in there, obviously you'll have your shoe holder here, right? Measure, make sure it works. Height is good.
Height is good.
We're good.
Need a longer one.
So I just had another great idea that this could be used for. Alaska's leash that we normally keep above in the overhead, which I mean, that's fine, it works. But look, we could also put it right here too. These little shoe holder things, not just for shoes. All right, so before I tell you the story about this, I have a question for some of you out there. Because we do have a 20-year-old now RV. So what we've got going on here, this is a mess. These cup holders are broken. Like behind here, you got stuff. Like there's relays and like Ben said, fuses and things like that. So you don't want to completely like block this off. But this is another one of those things that feels like a waste of space. Look at like this.
The cats found a way back there at one point.
That's a whole nother story.
Story time. Sadly, only one cookie remained in the store.
Anyway, so somebody that is amazing, because here's the deal. You guys out there, like the RV community is the best community, and so many of you guys have sent us pictures and emails of all sorts of cool mods and hacks and given us so many ideas, and we so appreciate that about you guys. So we are coming to you today to ask, does anybody have an idea of, could we mod this? Should we just get rid of like this? What could we do that would make this a little bit easier and more efficient and make use of the space? And we do feel like this just sticks out and it's just not, I don't know, very convenient. So somebody, let us know. So this was here, right? And what is this and why is this there, you might ask? It's a little story. Once upon a time, the Grateful Glampers went to go buy a different RV. And in those days, they had these little fold down like platforms that would cover the steps. So if you were the passenger sitting in the passenger side seat, a platform would come out and cover the steps so you didn't have your feet dangling over steps. And then when that platform was not in use, it would fold up out of the way underneath this little flap. And that is how this came to be a thing. So,
Hey, that's our RV, and that's this old RV.
and that is the story of this RV and the mods that happen year over year over year. Why?
Eat it, eat it.
Nighttime. Daytime. No, I don't want to unfold the towel.
What would you call this thing? Well,
It's a shoe organizer.
pretty and
Do you see? It's the same dang toothbrush.
I've been known to do a really good job screwing things up.
Well, here's your chance to just, seal that reputation.
Oh,
This is why I was like, no, you're doing this one, not me. And I think that is just something when you start RVing and you keep the same RV year after year. It's just a thing. You realize what works, what doesn't, and maybe what worked even last year doesn't work this year. And that is why we made a whole nother video right up here about 40 mods that hardly anybody knows about.